not an interrogation or a trial. Your version of the truth is all that matters.
Truth is singular. Its versions are mistruths.
Welcome to Awake and Activate. Today we're going to talk about why so few make it and come back and have to do a redo, what we call reincarnation. So I wrote a sonnet, as they come through, a little poetry just for you. And I also want to read an article and hopefully give people a better understanding of what is going on. I'm inserting the Fair Use Act, giving us the right for copyright for fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody. I'm going to read this article to you guys. Revealed. The scientific proof that shows reincarnation is real. While many scientists will dispel the notion of reincarnation as a myth, there are some credible experts out there who believe that it is a genuine phenomenon. This article is kind of split, so bear with me. Reincarnation is generally a religious concept that implies that upon a select few deaths, their soul, mind, or consciousness is transferred to a newborn. If it sounds like the stuff of fantasy, but some scientists do believe that it is a feasible concept. Dr. Ian Stevenson, former professor of psychiatry at the University of Virginia School of Medicine and former chair of the Department of Psychiatry and Neurology, dedicated the majority of his career to finding evidence of reincarnation until his death in 2007. Let's scroll down. Dr. Stevenson claims to have found over 3,000 examples of reincarnation during his time he shared with the scientific community. I know it's just broken into pieces. Okay. In the study called Birthmarks and Birth Defects, corresponding to wounds on deceased persons, Dr. Stevenson's used facial recognition to analyze similarities between the claimant and their alleged prior incarnation, while also studying the birthmarks. He wrote in this study about 35% of the children who claim to remember previous lives have birthmarks and or birth defects that they, in brackets, or adult informants, in brackets, let's get rid of this pop-up, okay, attribute to wounds on the person whose life the child remembers. The cases of 210 such children have been investigated. The birthmarks, my goodness. The birthmarks were usually areas of hairless, puckered skin. Some were areas of little or no pigmentation. Others were areas of increased pigmentation. The birth defects were nearly always rare skin types in cases in which deceased person was identified identified the details of whose life unmistakably matched the child's statement. A close correspondence was nearly always found between the birthmarks and or birth defects on the children and the wounds on the deceased person. In 43 of 49 cases in which medical documentation, usually post-mortem reports, so that was in brackets, was obtained, it confirmed the correspondence between the wounds and birthmarks in brackets or birth defects in brackets. In a separate study, Dr. Stevenson reviewed 3 children who claimed to remember aspects of their previous lives. The children made 30 to 40 statements, each regarding memories that they themselves had not experienced. And through verification, he found that up to 92% of the statements were correct. The article published on the Science of Exploration, Dr. Stevenson wrote, "It was possible in each case to find a family that had lost a member whose life corresponds to the subject's statements." Sorry about all these pop-ups. Okay. In the statements of the subjects taken as a group were sufficiently specific so that they could have so that they could not have corresponded to the life of the other person. We believe we have excluded normal transmission of the correct information to the subjects, and that they obtained the correct information they showed about the concerned deceased person by some paranormal process. Sometimes these amazing things come through, so I just write them down so I can share them with you. This one I call "Why So Few Will Make It Through." You think you have it, but that is far from true. The outer influences are still controlling you. The closer you get to knowing you, temptation comes every direction, thrown right at you. The path we walk is not for the weak. It takes great strength to forgive and stay meek. We are sovereign, and that is true. Every decision we make is influencing you. Are you one of the few to make it through? It's as simple as, are you in it? This just for you. Unconditional love and forgiveness is the key. The truth should resonate within all of thee. I didn't plan on coming on camera, but lo and behold, as I've been making this video and I'm finishing it up, a gift came from Organite Crystals, so I thought I would share it. One, because as a Beyond Quantum Healer, we know about the water alchemy and how important that is to the session. And this is like a coaster. Instead of holding your crystal under, it's like one huge crystal, and then you can have your glass. But look at that. It's got the flower of life. I know I'm not doing it justice. Let me try and hold it over here. There, you can kind of see it. It's much beautifuler in person. And then, of course, you've got all the crystals and the copper coil, the vortex. And you set your drink bing, on top of it. And, of course, you know what the results of that is if you're Begone Quantum Healer. And you all have seen the one that I got as a birthday gift. And this is how I found them to begin with. Okay, I showed you one of the new ones that it just showed up in my mailbox. He sent me a precious gift. So that one was in the package that I got. I say right here. And then I purchased this one along with my Christmas shopping that I did using that code. And this is that with the volcanic rock and the chakra. And then, of course, you know I've got the chakra alignment pendant. And check this out. I showed you the one I got for my husband for his birthday. And I can't get it off of him, or I would show it to you. He wears it all the time. Unless we got to recharge. And I do the recharging out in sunlight or the salt lamps, or that pink salt, and then just dry salt, of course. But look at that, you guys. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Let's see if I can get it without the light reflecting off of it. But it has the flower of life all the way around it. And you see on the bottom the amethyst. It's got amethyst, and it's got several crystals in there. And then it's got one large crystal at the top. Absolutely gorgeous. I got these as a gift today. I'm so excited, and I'm just happy, and they're so beautiful. And who would have ever thought that I would have such a crystal collection now of these beautiful organite pyramids, knowing the cost of them that we normally pay versus what, these he sent me as a gift. They were a gift. They were a surprise gift. And of course, he always, in the boxes, you see these extra pendants, for grounding and stuff like that. Let me see if I hold it closer to the camera. You can see. Yeah, there we go. Now I think I got it. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And you can actually see the crystal that's inside of it. And they're all the way around. Let me show you the bottom again. So beautiful. So fully charged with energy. I can feel the difference. I've been, energized and feeling good doing late night shows and everything. So that promo code is still good. YouTube is not allowing us to put that kind of stuff in there, but it's www.organitecrystal.com. And then, the promo code. Get 20% off. Once you get to his site, you'll be like, oh my gosh, he's so reasonable. And going straight to the site, and he uses his revenue to feed other people. So that's, I'm all about people helping people. And it was I feel very blessed and very surprised, and I'm just so pleased with the energies that they send off and the frequencies that they're blocking, and the clarity and everything. I'm just feeling much better. Now let's get back to somewhat summarizing what I shared with you, the little poet or sonnet. It has to do with the Law of One series that I'm sharing with you. I know I'm not going to get a large audience on this. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They would rather have their ears itched, itchy ears, to hear what they want to hear, to think that somebody else did the work for them and that they don't have to. But I'm here to tell you that really it is up to you. You are sovereign, you are divine, and you get to choose whether you're going to be in service to self or service to others. So sometimes we need a little help, and then you find a catalyst that will help you get lined out, and then it's up to you whether to accept or reject or to go back into old patterns. You always have your sovereignty no matter what. The catalyst can get you going in the right direction, but they cannot do the work for you. So I hope you guys are sticking with the Law of One series that I'm going through. This was information that was put out in 1981, and the last time that it was put out to the population that I found was 7 years ago. So I'm bringing it back because anybody can see around us that when I was a child we had 3 billion people on the planet. Now it's 9 billion. We have a problem. A lot of people are being recycled back in because they're not making it out. Now there are a lot of influences that are going on, but the positive influences have come in very strong and had volunteers come in to help us to go back into the understanding of equality, loving each other, forgiving each other, because we are all drops of water in one big ocean. But eventually you will get out. You know, whether you have to keep coming back, you know, that's completely up to you. So make your decisions wisely and be in service to others. I know personally I enjoy giving more than receiving. But when I have nothing left to give, you know, that's when I start to feel bad because I don't have anything coming in to then put back out. But I will, because I have faith that the universe will make everything okay. And I know that there are those of you who are service to others also. So, you know, it's just a beautiful understanding, and it is not for the weak. And it is difficult to keep your sovereignty and your purity and remain meek. Realizing the equality in everyone around you and forgiving everyone no matter what is going on is a strength, not a weakness. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If I can at least help one person understand who they are, then I'm happy, because that will mean that they're not going to have to recycle in and go back through it. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Have yourself a wonderful day. Always share what you know and listen so we can grow. I did do a DLive live stream last night. I got it to work. So I'll be on DLive, Bit Chute, YouTube. I still plan on staying on YouTube as my main platform, but you will be able to find me on those other areas, and Patreon, of course. Have a blessed day. Peace.